All right, we should just jump into this one today.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, Anthony, how you doing?
Oh, it's all right. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm doing all right. Had a bad day at work. My feet hurt.
Uh, I mean, I guess I wouldn't necessarily say it was a long day, but it wasn't short either, you know?
Yeah,
Um, but we made it.
we made it. We're alive.
We made it to
We
the
are,
other side.
we are alive. Yeah. Um, so I know you've been a little down in the dumps recently. I think we had some stuff planned, or it's up to you. We can either do the poop episode today, or I can just distract you for 40 minutes.
Great.
Yeah.
So we could go with the stuff we had planned.
You know, that's also true.
I
Yeah.
mean, we could talk about that since that was the main,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
thing. Uh, yeah. I mean, all in all, either way, it's distracting me from my issues. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like I could be pretty good at distracting, but all right, we'll stick to what we have.
I mean, it's fine either way.
Yeah. Well, I guess if we're sticking to what we have planned, first off, I want to thank our sponsor, Coca-Cola. Um, I mean, whenever I'm sad, I just drink a Coca-Cola and I'm happy. But
This is in his contract.
you might have a different reaction. Um, I can't see how, but you might. Anyway,
Right.
how was your Thanksgiving, man?
Uh, Thanksgiving was okay.
Yeah,
I had work that day. I actually got time and a half. But that was nice. And yeah, it's my mom's. It was very small. Usually we have like a lot of family over. But I feel like with these last, couple of years with COVID and family dynamics, pretty much just me, my mom, my grandma, my brother. That's how small it was.
yeah, it's small.
And but it was fine. Food was good. And went to my dad's. Not many more people over there, and that was a fine time too. And had a nice conversation with my stepsister. Yeah. How was yours?
Uh, yeah, it was all right.
Hmm.
I I went to Hallie's family's Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
It was first time meeting most of her family.
that's a pretty big deal too.
Yeah, it is. But here's the funny thing. They
Yeah.
could not have been less interested in me. They they introduced themselves. Most of them did. Some of them didn't even introduce themselves. Some of them looked at me. They're like, oh,
They don't even care.
no, they could not care less. So, but those of them that did introduce themselves, they looked at me, or they would like shake my hand, like, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm like, "Oh, hi, I'm Derek," and then they just did. That was it. They could not care less about me.
I'm taking two things away from this.
Yeah,
Being that she has such an extreme history with boyfriends. They're just like, it's another one, like, whatever. Yeah, she's brought another one to Thanksgiving. The second one being, God, she has brought the most bland, is he Jewish? Boy around ever.
the second one might be true.
It might be.
Yeah, but the first one, I can assure you, I'm her first boyfriend.
Really?
So this could not have been more new to them, and they just didn't care at all.
Wow. That's actually even more surprising.
And a little hurtful, frankly.
I'm not worth celebrating.
You don't at least know what I'm doing?
Yeah, do you want to know my name?
Sure. I'm wearing I had to work today, so I was wearing my uniform.
Yeah, to be
Uh,
expected.
yeah. Um, yeah, so I was at her house for like 3 hours. Then I went to my grandma's, where my mom's side of the family celebrates Thanksgiving. I played Trivial Pursuit with my brother, my younger sister, and then my like aunt and uncle, and then their children. Um, I got quite annoyed playing Trivial Pursuit because we did teams,
Yeah,
and then my teammate after 3 rounds quit, so I was all by myself.
nice.
And then the winning team made sure everyone knew they were winning. They were very, they loved to gloat and
Yeah,
remind everyone they were in first place, and it made me very frustrated.
it's winners.
Yeah, but
It's the
anyway,
worst. You're
it,
by yourself. Yeah, you're really proud of yourself, aren't you?
especially if it's a trivia game, right? It's a game on how much you know, and like when you're by yourself, you literally have half the brain power as everyone else.
Yeah,
And I got in last place, and it's like I know I'm working shorthanded here. I feel so dumb.
of course.
I could not feel stupider right now.
It feels like you were really set up to fail. Like,
Yeah,
okay,
really harkens back to my uh elementary school days.
you're in elementary school days.
Oh yeah, when the like special instructor would take me and into a different room in the school because of my learning disability,
Right.
and she would make me feel dumb.
Yeah. Call you stupid
Yeah, what is it?
and names and things and such.
With her eyes. She did all that with her eyes.
Oh, she didn't do it verbally.
No, no, she would just.
Oh, no, she did. She should have done it verbally. It would have destroyed you more.
Oh yeah, it would have. It would have.
Yeah. But I mean, good on you, I guess.
Yeah, I'm still kicking.
I still like myself.
Yeah,
Good for you.
drink Coke.
That's what makes me feel good.
Drink Coke. It cured my learning disability.
All right, people, he's just lying at this point. We'll go along with it.
Um, you had to work on Thanksgiving?
I did, yeah.
Never had to work on Thanksgiving.
My so I work in a cafeteria in a hospital and open 24/7. So there are three shifts, and
Mhm.
I'm first. And holidays are mandatory. However, for as long as this cafeteria has been around, they have never ever had time and a half before. So this was the first time they've had it for a holiday. Um, I was like, wow. Because like the worst part about
Oh,
doing that is like obviously there's no time and a half, but also we're forced to be there. And so to hear like, the people who would come up and being like, thanks for being here as we're like serving them, like, bro, I didn't choose to be here, bro. I understand that you want to be really nice about it and stuff. I totally recognize that. I don't want to be here, bro. I don't want to hear it. That actually kind of makes me mad.
God, yes, it makes like uh not that it's not still going on, but like during like the huge shortage of workers,
Yeah.
um people would just walk up to, like get their food and be like, "Thanks for working." And it's like, unless you were prepared to go fill out an application, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Turn that shit off.
Start doing some dishes. Do not thank me for anything. On I don't want to hear it. If you really want to thank me, throw a 20 in the tip jar. Care about right now because
um,
this sucks. But I don't know, Panera, so apparently they used to offer time and a half for like every holiday.
oh, nice.
They used to offer like for any holiday under the sun.
Yeah.
And then they changed their policy to where they only offer time and a half on 2 days. It's Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Okay.
The thing about that though is that those are the only 2 days of the year that they're closed.
Wow. Wait, do you even get time and a half if you work like overtime?
Yeah, you do. You do. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But no, so this way they can claim that they offer time and a half
Yeah.
on holidays, like holiday pay, without actually giving it to people.
God, I love greedy companies, dude. It's so awesome.
Despicable.
It's
Real. I hate them.
we've been tricked.
Yes.
Duped,
They've duped us, brothers.
bamboozled, bro. Turn that off.
But they're like, "But wait, wait, wait. Look over here. Look over here." I'm like,
Yeah. Huh? And then they're like, now they'll never find out. We'll never give them their money.
Associate Appreciation Week.
We brought you pizza for the pizza party. It's 20 pizzas. So we could have all just had extra money. The amount of money you spent on these fucking pizzas.
It's 20 pizzas at $20 a pizza. And we tipped handsomely.
Oh, good. Money that we could have gotten. Yeah. Oh, totally. We could have gave it to you. But fuck you. Now eat this pizza, bitch.
Yeah. The the Little Caesars employees just look so nice. We thought they deserved it more.
Yeah. He deserved it way more than you. I mean, unlike you, we respect them. So
Yeah. Now clean the grounds, toilet dog.
exactly. Here's a toothbrush. Figure that out.
Here's a toothbrush that we picked all the bristles off of.
Oh no.
Oh,
You're lucky we didn't give you a flosser.
I- here's a toothbrush and some used floss. I want this spotless by the morning because that's when the health inspector comes.
No. No. He walks in, it's just smelly, and people are just like, I'm really hungry, I want to go home. It's like, oh my God.
Help us. Like, I'm gonna get you out of here.
And then you see him in a trash bag later. You're not getting out.
Boss is like, take out the trash. His foot's just hanging out of one of the bags. Like,
The badge falls out. No,
dang it.
that was our only way. Because someone decided to spill the beans. So who was it? Was it you, Jewish boy? Is he Jewish? Everyone's just trying to. That's
Oh, because you're mad you don't get off for Hanukkah.
yeah.
I, I don't care about Hanukkah. I don't. I mean, it's not like I don't have animosity towards Hanukkah. I just,
Just don't celebrate it because
yeah. And,
I'm Jewish.
um, yeah, but
Yeah.
that's how my Thanksgiving went. It was
Okay,
all right.
well,
That's how my Thanksgiving went.
yeah,
It was all right.
it's all right.
Didn't have to work, which is unfortunate for you.
Yeah, I mean, yes, but like I at least got time and a half this time, unlike last year,
Yeah.
so that helps.
Yeah. But
Um, I kind of, I kind of miss like the holiday seasons, Thanksgiving and Christmas, being like more lively feeling, more. I'll even use the word lightly magical, um, just because everything just feels so distant and like nobody necessarily wants to come around anymore. And maybe that's just like my family dynamics these last couple of years or whatever. I don't know. But I mean also there's the factor of like being a kid, right? Um but I mean just like over the years, like it was cool until a certain point and I feel like everything just kind of, you know, flipped.
yeah, I I think part of it's just I think a huge part of it's just getting older. You know,
Yeah,
it's like everything is so much more amazing when you're younger
right.
because A, you're experiencing it the first time. B, um, you get all the benefits of these holidays, but none of the stress.
Right.
Yeah, like Christmas specifically is a huge one as far as like when you're a kid, you just get to hang out with your family
Yeah.
and they give you stuff.
It's
They
great.
give you stuff. You're like, I saw you on Easter. You didn't give me anything. You made me look for eggs around your yard, and now you're giving me a Lego set? Thank you.
Yeah, it's fair.
But, when you hit a certain point, you hit a certain age, and you're like, oh, like stuff is expected of me. It's like the well dries up a little bit as far as like gifts that you get from people, and especially like either people quit caring or they never cared to begin with, and you were a kid, so you were easy to shop for. So it's like oftentimes the quantity of gifts declines, and then the quality also drops. Um, and then on top of that, you are expected to get others gifts.
Right. Which, I don't mind all that much. Uh, I'll just keep going.
Yeah,
Um, I personally don't mind.
okay, I can read it.
Like, I like to, you know, I like to give people gifts, and that feels good to do. I
Yeah,
mean, I can afford a lot, but I try to, give at least one, But I always try to have it like meaning and stuff in it. And I think there's also a little bit of like, as we're getting older, at least I personally feel this. There feels, how to phrase it, like like as I get older, there's gonna be that transition to where I have to host, you know, like just that passing down, like, well, somebody's got to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, that's gonna be me at some point, and I don't know how to feel about that, bro. I barely have my life together. Are you kidding me?
like that at all.
That sounds like a lot, bro.
Think about it like that, but yeah.
I'm like single AF in my apartment, broke as hell. Like, bro, I can't even think about that kind of stuff right now.
Yeah, I remember we've always like celebrated everything at my grandma's house on my
Yeah.
mom's side of the family, and then everything at my granny's house on my dad's side. One year, my mom was like, we're gonna host Easter this year. We're gonna have Easter at our house. And we were all so excited. We were like, yes, yes. Finally, we get something at our house. Yes. And
Yeah.
then the day, like as soon as it happened, I was like, I don't like this. Why is everyone in my house?
Yeah. F this noise.
I can't escape anywhere.
Yeah. Also, when are y'all leaving?
Right? All I want to do is play Shadow the Hedgehog. Cool.
No. I also own Shadow the Hedgehog on the GameCube.
Yeah.
God, that game was cool in its own way, but then being older and looking back, I was like, that game was awful. Just a garbage.
I thought that was the coolest game when I had it. I was like, yo, he
I
can.
have guns. They gave him a gun.
When he dies, he says, damn.
Yeah, that's right. I was like, ooh, it's spicy. Oh, God, it's so funny to think about. And I got so confused and lost in that game. I don't think I ever beat even one of the single fucking things. Oh,
Like the, the second you like die for the first time, you're damn not here. And you're expecting to see like three different belts come down.
oh yeah. Because like if you're just around it at all, you're just like, oh my God, where? There's like, no. There's there was so at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2, okay, there the bad guys in the game steal a word. All right. They steal a word. Like you try to say the word, you couldn't. Why did they take all the is what they how they would literally voice the lines in the game. Because that was happening, I always thought it was some kind of curse word. And I was so afraid that somebody would hear it. And then later you find out that the word they're trying to say is photos. I was like, oh, but like some of the ways they'd phrase it, I'd be like, I was also like a very young child.
I I never played the Kingdom Hearts games.
It's a mess. It's a lot. It's a mess.
I've
I love
heard specifically the second one I've heard is just an enigma story wise. It's just so hard to keep up with.
100%. I just wouldn't even recommend. I've been here for it since then, so I'm still here for it now. It's a mess, and I love it, dude.
I don't know if you can see that. The lights are flickering right now.
Um, I did not see it,
Oh, cool.
but maybe some kind of higher being is trying to contact
Better someone's stepping with a little too much force upstairs.
you. Oh yeah, I could also be it too. Yeah, that's right.
Um, my yeah. So growing up, I only had like Nintendo stuff because my dad was like, no, anything else, and all other video games are for adults. And he's like, I'm only getting Nintendo.
I totally understand it. I don't agree with that, but I totally get it.
Yeah, yeah, which is fine because it formed like my taste in video games. Like I basically only play Nintendo games now.
Right.
I play video games because it's like that's all I knew growing up.
Yeah.
It's all I really have a desire to play. Yeah. Um, but I don't know. Occasionally we would get like a I don't I don't know if you ever did this. Did you ever go to Blockbuster and rent a video game?
I it's genuinely hard to remember, but I don't think there was a Blockbuster around here.
There,
Maybe there was at one point. I don't remember it.
there at some point there was probably a Blockbuster in
Not a
Peter.
Hollywood Video.
Yeah, Hollywood Video.
A Hollywood Video and a Game Crazy connected in the same building. It was awesome. There's also a Quiznos connected on the same building.
The only Quiznos I've ever been in was in West Virginia.
What? How long ago was this?
Oh, I don't know. I was real young.
Oh, gosh.
We were on our way to Washington D.C. for a little vacation. Um, we stopped by Quiznos in West Virginia. Traveling through the Appalachian Mountains, we went to a Quiznos, and I was like, "I've never been here before. What's this?" My dad was like, "It's like a Subway." And then I saw one ever again. How fitting, though, is it that I saw my only Quiznos in the dying coal state that is West Virginia?
100%. It's very poetic.
Yeah. But, yeah. And then we went to DC and we were all young children and we were complaining about our feet hurting the whole time. DC is a lot of walking.
Yeah. And like shoes that aren't like meant for walking long distances.
No, no. Yeah.
It do be like that.
Yeah.
I was sad when the Hollywood Video went away. Um, and that game crazy too. I was like, oh no.
I heard of Game Crazy.
It's probably like a local thing, but it was basically just like GameStop, but
Yeah.
like it was allowed to be like weird and not so
Corporate.
corporate how it is now, you know. It was like a small store, it wasn't like big or anything, but it was cool. I like the vibe that was in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so when we were kids, we used to go to Blockbuster and rent video games from Blockbuster. You could do that. And we'd often rent video games, and my parents didn't want to pay any extra in like the one time like rental fee. My parents still don't like doing that for anything. That like if they get a car, if they rent a car for whatever reason, my dad is returning it as soon as possible.
He is not playing any games with that.
He it'll be like 11:15 p.m. and he's like, if I can get it to the airport before midnight, then I'd have saved.
It is not that serious.
Derek, follow me to the airport.
It is not that serious. That's funny.
But yeah, so So I we would rent these video games, and I we would only have them for the weekend.
Yeah, yeah.
And so there's like, as a child, you're like, I need to see the end of this. I gotta beat this game because I'll
Oh,
never have this game ever
no,
again.
you got to get busy with it right then and there. There's no other way.
So yeah, you start playing it the second you get home, and you
Ugh.
till like Sunday afternoon when your parents are like, "All right, we're taking it back." And I was like,
Yeah.
I haven't beat Curious George yet.
No, that stuff is real, bro. There's so much like pressure. Um, but it was like, but it was cool because like sometimes you have like a friend or two over and you're playing this game, and you got like a pizza, and it's just you're chilling, you know. But like you get so excited if you're like, man, it's Friday. I'm off of school. F that homework that I probably need to do. I'm gonna play the F out of this game. I'm gonna be chilling.
I'm gonna play Kirby Speed Racers. Wish that we owned it.
Say Kirby Speed Racer.
I don't remember what it was called. There's some like Kirby racing game. It was awesome. What I
Oh,
remember
I know what you're talking about. I also played that one. I played the hell out of that game.
was awesome.
It was great. And there was like that free roam city
I kind of remember that vaguely.
vaguely. Oh, dude, that was the best. It's
I,
fucking awesome.
I really enjoyed that game.
Yeah.
Uh, Never owned it though. I
No?
played it at a neighbor's house one time, and I was like, "What is this game? It's awesome!" And then we went to the Blockbuster one time, and I was like, "We're renting that one." I saw it, I played it. It's cool. I want it.
Right.
So we rented it, and I was like, "This is amazing." My dad was like, "All right, we're taking it back." I was like, "But I want it," knowing that they'll never get it.
Yeah. See, that's what messed you up because you would have realized. I think it's Kirby Air Ride. I think you would have realized how amazing that game was had you owned it yourself because you would have played the city and then you would have had your friends over. It was great.
I wouldn't have friends over. I don't.
You didn't have any friends.
Well, as a young child, not really, but even I don't like having people over to my house.
Really?
Yeah,
Why is
I don't know. This is my house,
that?
not yours.
You say it like I'm like I'm pressuring you or something, I'm investigating you. Why not? Why don't you? Where are you hiding?
I don't know. I've just always been of the mindset of like, I don't want people here. This is me. Like this,
I
I'm not
get it. I mean,
going to mess this up.
I like to have friends. I like to have friends over. You know, when I was young, it was cool. We'd all play games together or whatever, hang out.
Yeah, I
Overs. That was always fun.
I never big sleepover guy.
Oh yeah, I get that impression.
Yeah. Um, it's funny saying all this to you because you've been here.
I have
Sneaking
once.
here. Yeah.
God, what was that? Like 2 months ago, 2 3 months ago, something like that. It
Yeah,
was
it
an
was like
autumn.
2 months ago.
It's crazy.
Yeah. But like,
Dude,
no,
that drive was a lot.
what?
That drive was a lot.
I bet it was like 5 hours, right?
5.5, 6, something like that. Wasn't great.
Through like Western Kentucky too. That's not a pretty drive.
It's not like it was bad or anything. In some regards, actually kind of nice. I think it's just because I was just getting out of where I live, but you know,
Yeah. Yeah. It's but I don't know. I just like there's only been a handful of people that have like been to my house.
yeah,
You know, um, I mean, one time though, there was when I was in high school. I was a senior in high school. I believe I've told you about Nerf Wars, right?
that what?
Nerf Wars.
I don't think so.
Nerf Wars are great. Nerf Wars at my high school is a tradition for the seniors. Um, it is started. It starts in March because that's like very consistently in Louisville. March is where things start to warm up. and like it gets warm enough to where you can be outside without a jacket typically. Um, so starting in March, we start Nerf Wars, which is you get in teams and you come up with a team name, and then uh, like starting at a certain day, it's like all right, it goes. Like each team has to get one kill, and they get a kill by shooting someone with a Nerf gun. Each team has to get one kill per week, or you have to vote a player on your team off.
Hmm.
You just do that, and like you have to, everyone has to pay to enter, and then you can appeal your death. That costs money, and then you can like, if you're just straight up dead, you can. Each team can have like one buyback, like a life buyback, and that costs money. And the winning team at the end of it gets to, um, yeah, like split the pot with each other. It's the individual with the most kills overall gets 10% of the pot, and then the winning team splits the rest of the pot.
Interesting. Okay.
Um, I made the stupid decision when I was in high school of saying to myself, "I'm going to be in charge of this."
No,
It was such
no.
a horrible mistake,
Absolutely, it's horrible.
horrible, horrible mistake.
So bad, dude.
That's like that's really when you learn, man, people are dumb, outright unintelligent. People did not read the rules that I wrote,
Yeah.
not read the rules at all.
No, people do not like to read. They will refuse to do so, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it, that was not fun. But Nerf Wars is cool because so it's like it's insane. Um, everyone's just trying to shoot each other. You have safe zones where it's like schools, buses. Um, if you're driving a car, you can't shoot or be shot. Um,
So, so this wasn't a game to where everybody just kind of gathered. It was a game that's just like we all know we're playing it. We all know who's on teams, and whenever I see you, it's on site.
absolutely. And
Right.
here's the best wrinkle in Nerf Wars, and it's known as the naked rule.
Okay.
If you are naked, you are invincible to Nerf bullets.
That's such a high school thing to come up with.
I didn't come up with it. I just kind of rolled it over into my rules.
No, I mean I love it. It's so high school. I love it.
So, but you can't shoot Nerf guns if you're naked.
Which
The
is
only
fair.
way you can get out or get others out if you're naked is with a Nerf sword type of like thing.
Okay.
And so the naked rule is typically the team that wins every year is the team that fully embraces the naked rule.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
It's truly it's a beautiful thing in life. Um I remember I don't know if I should put this on the internet, but here it goes.
Fair.
In a in a public park after dark when I was in high school, I was also playing in Air Force, which again was a dumb idea because it's just dumb. I don't know. I,
Right.
I could go on and on about Nerf Wars. There's a lot of stuff about Nerf Wars. But I was in a park dueling someone, and we both happened to be naked. We just had swords and we were just slapping them around.
Damn, bro. Also, if you just didn't have the context of like the Nerf, and you're just like, here we are naked in a park after dark with our swords slapping it around.
It's,
Oh my god.
it's so good. Nerf Wars is great. Every year there's great stories. Um,
Fucking something else, boy.
fun. It's a lot of fun. The other like rival schools, we had two rivals.
Yeah.
As far as like like sports wise go, they tried to like replicate Nerf wars. Theirs were worse.
Oh, of
Uh,
course.
the absolute worst because they didn't fully embrace like us the naked rule. Naked rule is great.
Such a high school. Of course you participated in it. Of course you did, Eric.
That's fun. Yeah.
I could never. I could never.
So the winning team uh, ended up being my neighbor,
Okay.
my best friend from high school. He and so I just had all the money like in my room.
Yeah.
And so once they won, all the whole team was like, "All right, let's go count the money." So they just all came, like six people came over to my house, and we just started counting dollar bills
That's
in my living room. We're just
looking like you're in a drug cartel.
that's an instance where people came over to my house
Well,
to get their money.
to give you money, of course. Naturally. What else would they be doing over there? I mean,
We
I didn't give you money, but I paid you with half of my respect. Isn't that good enough?
It's more than I thought. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
I remember the date, like the deadline to collect, like to give money to like be in Nerf Wars. Because of course everyone waits till the last day. Because why not? Why wouldn't they? Um. Uh. So the deadline, I everyone was just like going up to me in school and handing me like their money,
Yeah.
like that they collected from their teams. And by the end of the day, I was like, guys, I have like over $3,000 in cash on me right now.
God,
I don't feel very safe at the moment.
what?
Like, I don't hope anyone knows that that I'm collecting on money.
What? I would have been robbed immediately. No question. No doubt, no question. It does not matter. They would have found me and robbed my ass.
I went to school with rich white people, so
Oh yeah, they didn't care. That was not my experience. They would have been like, "You got what? Wait, what are you collecting?"
2000 what?
Oh, I'm sorry. Where do you live again? Nah, I know your boys. They know where you live.
Oh, maybe after school at the McDonald's. I want to rob you.
I mean, that's okay. You don't have to meet me. I'll find you.
Say right now.
It don't even matter, cuz I'll be there.
Get some shin pads or something.
When,
You're
when, when you hear that knock, you already know.
if you hear a knock, it's too late.
Honestly, we're at less than a minute though,
Yeah.
and we need to sign off. Wonderful podcast.
I hope I hope this helps take your mind off of things.
Oh, it did.
I I'm here for you, buddy.
I appreciate that.
Our audience, our recurring audience of four different people, we're here for you.
Thank you, audience.
And I'm speaking for all of us and Coca-Cola here. We love your sweater.
Thank you. It actually says co